The Samsung A24 is a good-looking device from the back, but this cannot be said when you flip the phone. All the people that I asked about how this phone looked, each had a different opinion. Some thought that the phone looked cool and felt nice in the hand, while majority thought that the bezels made the phone look cheap and ugly. Anyways, the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. Samsung A24 came out 2 months ago, and during that time, I did not see the need to do an unboxing, but give it a try for some time and see how it is going to perform. Samsung A series phones are the most popular and sold according to Samsung, and since many people will be buying this phone, a proper review was necessary. This video has not been sponsored by Samsung. Each and every word said on this video has been solely my experience and interaction with the phone. The 6.5-inch display is amazing as expected from Samsung. The A24 uses a Super AMOLED Infinity U display which is gorgeous. Paired with a 90Hz refresh rate, this phone feels smooth and the animations are somewhat good when compared to other brands at the same price category. There is a slight difference between 120Hz and 90Hz, so less people will be able to see the difference between these two. This is a large display and using it in one hand is not going to make it. It is not compact as the A22, which says a lot. Samsung A22 was one of the greatest smartphones that Samsung produced in 2021 and it sold very well. The A24 can be said to be a worthy upgrade to the Samsung A22 based on the display information. The A24 uses a full HD display which is absolutely beautiful. The fingerprint is side mounted which is fast and it was accurate all the times that I tested it. Helio G99 from MediaTek has been used this year on many smartphones that were announced, and it's a very reliable chip which is powerful for a budget smartphone. It scores well on benchmarks and gaming on this SoC is manageable. The performance of the A24 is pretty good. Mine comes with a 4GB of RAM, which one can increase by 2GB or 4GB of RAM using the internal storage. Helio G99 is paired with Android 13 based on One UI 5.1, which runs pretty smooth on this phone. Samsung has also promised that A24 will receive 3 years of major updates and 4 years of security patches. This is really impressive and this push will surely be good music to the consumers, and people will likely get the A24 compared to other brands based on software updates alone. No consumer wants to buy a product that is not going to receive Android updates. For the price that one will be paying for the A24, the addition of stereo speakers will be nice, but unfortunately there are no stereo speakers and we have a bottom speaker which is not that loud and lacks some bass. Compared to the likes of the Redmi Note 12 Pro, which has stereo speakers and are priced almost similar, this is a letdown to the Samsung A24 users. Nothing can beat wired earphones, and we are in luck as the A24 rocks a headphone jack, which is a rather strange thing today, especially when manufacturers are removing parts from their phones. Only Samsung A14 and A24 rocks a headphone jack in the A series phones released in 2023. I still wish phones included a headphone jack today, since it is better to have a feature even when you do not use it rather than removing it completely and leave consumers without a choice. Another thing that Samsung has removed from the smartphones this year is the charging brick. The Samsung A24 comes in this slim box which has no charging brick but only comes with a USB-C to C, which forces consumers to buy a charging brick separately. This trend was not seen on entry-level devices, but Samsung has adopted this move and shown the middle finger to the consumers. This means spending some extra cash for a charging brick which was being offered for free when one bought a phone. What sets Samsung A24 apart from its competitors is the camera quality. At this price point that the Samsung A24 is selling at, it is the most impressive camera that I have tasted, hands down. The pictures are nice, I mean really nice. I was blown away. The phone managed to take impressive pictures at night without using the night mode, and also when using the night mode, the pictures were pretty amazing. With good lighting, you can take very good pictures with the 50 megapixels main camera, and due to pixel binning, the pictures are capped at 12.5 megapixels. We have a 5 megapixels ultra-wide camera, which is a good addition for capturing wider range shoots, and a 2 megapixels macro, which I have no idea who uses, but as I said earlier, it is good to have features rather than removing them on phones. The 13 megapixels selfie camera is usable. Nothing to say much about it as it is somewhat impressive. I was disappointed when shooting videos. The back camera can only shoot videos at 1080p at only 30 or 60 frames per second. There was no 4K, which is really disappointing, though the processor supports 4K video shooting. Also, the front-facing camera can only record videos at 1080p, 30 frames per second. Hey, this is the quality of the front-facing camera of the Samsung A24. Looks good. This phone is a fingerprint magnet. You will want to slap on a case when you get this phone because the fingerprints will be unbearable. The back looks like a glass, but it is made out of plastic and feels very cheap. Samsung A24 is a very good phone if you will be willing to look away at some quirks. The chunky bezels are ugly and lack of stereo speakers is a letdown. Other than that, this is a very solid device that I would easily recommend to someone who is on a budget and wants a solid phone. Also, One UI has really matured and it feels and runs great on this phone. Compared to phones priced similar to the A24, I will pick A24 easily because of what it has to offer in the long run. This phone will still be relevant in the next years to come. I'm curious to hear what has been the experience you have had with your Samsung A24. If you haven't bought this phone, will you buy this phone? Please let me know down on the comment section. I'm curious to hear what has been the experience you have had with your Samsung A24. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one.